why it sucks to be born as a cassowary. Ever thought about what it would be like to be a They look like a punk rock velociraptor, all decked out in blue and black, with a killer hairstyle. Sounds pretty epic, right? Well, let me tell you. The reality of being a cassowary is a lot less glamorous than it seems. In fact, it kinda sucks. Let us dive into why being born as the world's most dangerous bird is actually a raw deal. First off, let's talk about your childhood. You hatch from this enormous, beautiful green egg, and the first thing you see isn't your mom. Nope, it's your dad. And he is stressed. Cassowary dads are single fathers, and they take their job way too seriously. From the moment you hatch, you're a tiny, fluffy, striped chick, and your dad is a 6-foot-tall, 150-pound bundle of nerves. You're born with an instinct to follow him, but one wrong step could be your last. His feet are the size of dinner plates, armed with a 5-inch claw that could disembowel a predator. So while you're trying to learn how to be a bird, you're also playing a high-stakes game of do and get stepped on by your paranoid dad. He's not trying to be mean. He's just programmed to protect you with extreme prejudice. But for a little chick, it's like living with a helicopter parent who's also a deadly weapon. There's no room for childhood rebellion. No sneaking out to peck at a shiny beetle. Every move you make is under the watchful, intense gaze of a dad who's one bad day away from drop-kicking a shadow. The pressure is immense. Let's say you survive this high-anxiety childhood and start to grow up. Congratulations, you're now entering your awkward teenage phase. This is where you discover your own superpowers, which sounds cool until you realize you have zero control over them. Your legs are becoming ridiculously powerful, capable of delivering kicks that can shatter bones. And your claws, they're turning into daggers. You're essentially a walking, breathing, Swiss Army knife of doom. The problem is, you're still a bird on the inside. A very, very shy bird. This creates a serious identity crisis. On one hand, nature has equipped you to be an absolute unit, a force of nature. On the other hand, your natural instinct is to avoid conflict at all costs. You rebuilt like a tank, but have the social confidence of someone who just realized they walked into the wrong classroom. You spend most of your days just trying to find some fruit to eat, and yet, everything startles you. A snake slithering by, terrifying. A loud bird call. Jump scare. A tourist trying to get a selfie. Absolute nightmare. This is the great paradox of the cassowary. You possess the tools to be an apex predator, yet you're scared of literally everything. People see you and think, wow, what a majestic, dangerous creature. Meanwhile, you're internally screaming because a butterfly fluttered a little too close to your face. Imagine having the reputation of a hardened street fighter while secretly just wanting to stay home and watch Netflix. That's the cassowary's life. You can't even look at your own reflection in a puddle without getting spooked and thinking it's another cassowary challenging you to a fight you desperately want to avoid. And let's talk about that thing on your head. The casque. It looks like a permanent helmet. A crown that says, I am the king of the rainforest. Scientists have debated its purpose for years. Is it for attracting mates? Is it a weapon? The truth is a lot less cool. It's basically a crash helmet. You're so clumsy and prone to panic running that you need built-in head protection to keep from giving yourself a concussion every time you bolt through the dense undergrowth. You're not charging into battle, you're just a very fast, very clumsy bird that can't see where it's going. The casque is nature's way of saying, I know you're going to run headfirst into a tree. So here, where this, it's not a status symbol. It's a safety feature for the accident-prone. Your diet doesn't make things any easier. You're a frugivore, which means you eat fruit. Lots of it. You're a vital part of the ecosystem, spreading seeds far and wide. But finding enough fruit to sustain your massive body is a full-time job. You wander through the forest all day, alone, just looking for your next meal. This solitary lifestyle contributes to your social anxiety. You rarely interact with other cassowaries unless it's mating season or a territorial dispute, both of which are incredibly stressful. Mating season is a brief, awkward encounter. You find a mate, do the thing, and then the female lays her eggs and takes off, leaving the poor dad to deal with another generation of anxiety-redoing chicks. It's a lonely existence, punctuated by moments of sheer panic and brief, transactional relationships. There's no flock, no community, no one to hang out with. It's just you, your powerful legs, your head helmet, and a deep-seated fear of everything. And then, there's your reputation. The world's most dangerous bird. This label follows you everywhere. Humans are both fascinated and terrified of you. On one hand, it keeps most people at a distance, which you appreciate. On the other hand, it puts a huge target on your back. Any interaction with a human that goes wrong is automatically your fault. Did a tourist try to feed you and get too close? Your fault. Did a dog chase you, causing you to defend yourself? Your fault. You're constantly being misunderstood. You're not aggressive, you're defensive. You're not a monster. You're just a big, shy bird trying to live its life in peace. But because you look intimidating and have those killer claws, you're typecast as the villain of the rain. So, let's recap. You're raised by a single dad, who's basically a walking panic attack. You grow up to be a super-powered killing machine with crippling social anxiety. You're so clumsy you need a permanent helmet, and everyone thinks you a terrifying monster when all you really want to do is eat some berries and be left alone. You live a solitary life of constant stress, and even your own reflection gives you a fright. Being a cassowary isn't about being a cool, punk rock dinosaur bird. It's about being a deeply misunderstood, perpetually anxious creature that's just trying to get through the day without accidentally drop-kicking a wallaby or running into a tree. So next time you see a cassowary, don't see a monster. See a giant, feathered introvert who's having a really, really tough day. Honestly, it really does suck to be born as a cassowary. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found this journey into the stressful life of a cassowary interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the animal kingdom. See you next time.